You think you know the story of Sleeping Beauty? The princess, the curse, the 100-year nap, and the charming prince's kiss. Forget all of that. The real story is much, much darker. Long before the kingdom's golden age, a prophecy was whispered in the shadows. A child of light will be born, and darkness will not forgive it. That child was Princess Aurora. She wasn't just beautiful. She was different. She could feel the emotions of others, a gift some called a blessing, but others feared was a curse. On the night of her christening, the palace was a sea of light. Fairies came from every corner of the realm to bestow gifts upon her beauty, music, kindness, but one arrived uninvited, the forgotten one. Her cloak was torn, her wings frayed, and her voice was like the rustle of dead leaves. She didn't curse the princess with death. No, her cruelty was far more refined. She cursed her aura with an eternal dream. A prick of a spinning wheel, a single drop of blood, and she will fall. Not into death, but into a dream so deep she may forget who she is. The kingdom held its breath. As Aurora grew, she felt the world differently. She sensed the fear lingering in locked doors and the sadness in abandoned rooms. She knew the curse was a shadow following her, but she never knew when it would strike. On her 16th birthday, every spinning wheel in the kingdom had been burned, but fate has a way of finding a path. One evening, a strange humming voice that only she could hear lured her to the highest tower. There, shrouded in dust, sat a spinning wheel. It was impossible, yet it called to her. She reached out, her fingers grazing the spindle. A sharp sting, a drop of blood welled on her fingertip. The world spun, the humming grew into a chorus of 1,000 voices, and darkness pulled her down into a bottomless dream. But Aurora did not sleep peacefully. She awoke in a starless forest made of shadows and twisted memories. The trees whispered her deepest fears. The wind carried the voices of those she loved, distorted and cruel. And in the distance, she heard the chilling laughter of the forgotten fairy. Lose yourself, child, the voice hissed. Your greatest enemy is your own mind. With every step she took in that nightmarish realm, a piece of her memory faded away. She was forgetting who she was. Back in the waking world, a young scholar's apprentice named Devon refused to let her be forgotten. He had always admired Aurora, not for her title, but for her profound kindness. He pored over ancient scrolls and forbidden texts, searching for an answer. He finally found a single cryptic line: "The curse breaks not by love's kiss, but by reminding the dreamer of their true self." A simple kiss was never the answer. Her own mind had to choose to wake up. Using dangerous, forbidden magic, Evan projected his consciousness into her dream. The shadowy forest twisted around him, memories lashing out like thorny vines, the forgotten fairy's power trying to expel him. But he pushed through, shouting her name, Aurora. Remember who you are. For a fleeting moment, a flicker of recognition crossed her face in the dream, Evan. He reached for her. Come back. You are not the darkness in this forest. You are its light. The shadows shrieked and recoiled. The dream world cracked like glass. As her memories rushed back, the forgotten fairy screamed in fury. Aurora grabbed Evan's hand and pulled herself free. Her eyes fluttered open. The dust motes danced in the real sunlight of her room. The curse was broken, not by a prince's kiss, but by her own strength, and by the belief of someone who saw the light in her when she was lost in the dark. The forgotten fairy's power shattered, and she dissolved into nothing more than a bad memory, standing tall, wiser, and stronger than before. Aurora looked at Evan. "No darkness can steal who I am," she said, her voice clear and firm. "Not if I refuse to forget." The real lesson of her story isn't about waiting for a hero. It's that a strong mind is more powerful than any curse. Even in your darkest moments, when you feel lost in a nightmare, remember this: you hold the power to wake up, to rise. and to reclaim yourself. Thanks for watching. If you love stories that explore the shadows, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our next dark retelling. See you in the next one.